Welcome to my channel Grammar Tales. Learn English grammar with Krish. So today we will continue from where we had left last. And if you remember, I had told you that today we will be doing formation of the possessive case. So what was the possessive case? You must be remembering when a noun shows some kind of possession, when the form of the noun is changed to show some kind of ownership or possession or authorship, origin or kind. So that kind of noun is said to be in the possessive case. So in possessive case, what we do when we change the form, we add an apostrophe s and it becomes it shows the possessive case, means ownership or possession, isn't it? So today we will see how such possessive case is formed. Alright, so let's begin. So the first rule, alright, or the first condition for formation of the possessive case, when the noun is singular. When the noun is singular, how is the possessive case then formed? The possessive case is formed simply by adding an apostrophe s. Okay, the possessive case is formed by adding an what? Apostrophe s to that noun. Alright, so what we'll say, let's take a very simple example. Say for example boy. So to show possession, the formation of possessive case for boy, how will we show? The boy apostrophe s, it becomes what? The boys. Matlab, the boys, matlab it is his possession. The boy's book. Right? The boy's book, meaning the book belongs to this boy. So boy as a word is what? It is a singular noun. So another example we'll see. The king's crown. The crown, it belongs to the king. So the king's crown. King as a word is also singular, isn't it? So this is the first condition. When the noun is singular, the possessive case is formed by adding an apostrophe. This is an apostrophe s. Right? Clear? Okay, now let's move to the second condition. Number 2. When the noun is plural. When the noun is plural and ends in s. Suppose there is a noun and it is a plural which ends with s. So in this case, how will the possessive case be formed? So the possessive case is formed by adding only an apostrophe. Okay, we will not add the s here. Apostrophe. Only this sign after the s, because here the noun, it is plural and it ends with an s. So we will, after this apostrophe, this sign apostrophe, we will not add an s here. No, we will just keep it like that. Alright, say, let me give an example, then it will become clear. Say boys. In the first case we had taken what? Singular noun boy. So if that plural, if it becomes plural, what will happen? It will become boys. Now say it is a school of boys, boys school. Okay, not a co-ed school, it is a boys school. So if we want to write boys school, what we'll say we take this plural word boys and we want to show the school of these boys, so we will add an apostrophe here. So it becomes, what will be the pronunciation then? Not boys school, it will be boys' school. Boys' school, right? Or girls' hostel, isn't it? Are you clear? When it is singular, we simply add an apostrophe s, right? When in case of what? In case of singular. But in case of plural, which ends with s, we do not add an s, we add only apostrophe here. So that will denote that it is the possessive case. Fine? Alright. Now, third case, when the noun is plural. It is plural but does not end in s. But does not end in s. So in such case, how will the possessive be formed? The possessive sign is formed by adding apostrophe s. Such as, let us see an example. Same like we did with the singular noun, we added an apostrophe s. In case of plural which does not end in s, we will again add an apostrophe s and it will become plural. So what is it? Say for men. Man, M-A-N, man is singular, plural is M-E-N. So for M-E-N, how will we show the possessive case? We will add M-E-N apostrophe s. Alright, it will become plural. Plural possessive case. Okay, possessive case for the plural. Alright. Say child is singular. Child. Singular, plural is children, isn't it? So, how will you show the possessive case here? Children, apostrophe s. Children's books. Alright, plural. We are adding the possessive to a plural noun which does not end with an s. Unclear? The previous one we had done what? Possessive noun which ends with which is a plural but ends with an s, and this is the noun is plural but it does not end with an s. Alright, so two different things. Now the next one is a little bit tricky, but try to understand. Alright, let me write it first, then I'll explain. When a noun or a title, say some name, title, whatever, it consists of several words, isn't it? When a noun or title consists of several words, the possessive sign, where will we attach it to show possession? The possessive sign is attached. The possessive sign is attached where? only to the last word. If it is a title which consists of several words, alright, only to the last word. It is attached to the last word. Now let's see an example. For example, the king of Bhutan's apostrophe S, the king of Bhutan's visit. See, here we haven't added the apostrophe to the king. We have added it to what? Bhutan's. The king belongs to which place? To Bhutan. So the king of Bhutan's visit, isn't it? Let's see one more example. The Prime Minister of India's speech. So we did not add the possessive to the minister. Prime Ministers we did not say, isn't it? What we said? The Prime Minister of India's speech. Right? In case we had omitted, if we omit India, suppose we don't write India, then we can write the Prime Ministers. Here in that case we can add the apostrophe. But as we are mentioning the name of the country, so the possessive will come with the name of the country because it is the last word. It is coming. Here obviously it will not come. Speeches it will not come, isn't it? It will be the Prime Minister of India's speech. Clear? Now, the next case, that is when two nouns are in apposition. Mark the word apposition, not opposition. Now let me first explain what is the meaning of apposition, isn't it? Then only you will be able to understand what is this case. When a noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person and describes that person further, then such noun case is called case in apposition. So I think it will be better if I write it down. So let's see. When a noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person. Okay, it has to be the same person, not different person. When a noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person but describes that person further, then such case or such noun case, then such noun case is called case in apposition. Now read the definition very slowly and try to understand. When a noun follows another noun, it means in a sentence two nouns are there. So when the noun follows another noun, a noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person, means both the nouns we are talking about the same person, alright, not two different person. Maybe one is noun, the other is the pronoun of that same noun, alright. So when the first noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person, but describes the person further. Okay, so that second noun is talking about the first noun. It is describing that person further, talking maybe about his quality. So when such a case happens, it is called the case in apposition. Alright, now when I'll give you an example, you will understand what I am trying to tell you. So let's read once again. When a noun follows another noun or pronoun denoting the same person but describes the person, that particular person further, then such noun case is called case in apposition. Say, so let me write this, complete this. When two nouns are in apposition, the possessive, we have to know where we have to put the possessive sign, isn't it? That apostrophe where we have to put. When two nouns are in apposition, the possessive sign is put to the latter. It is not later. Don't mistake it with later. This latter. Don't mistake it with later or letter. This latter means what? The one that comes afterwards. Latter. What is the opposite of latter? Former. Former and latter. Alright? Don't make mistake. Many people make this mistake, later or letter, whatever. So latter means the one that comes afterwards. So the possessive sign will be put to the latter. Alright? There are two nouns. The second noun, the second one might be a noun or a pronoun which is describing the first noun further. So the apostrophe or the possessive will be put with the second noun or the pronoun. Alright? So let's see an example. That is Tagore, the poet's house. Alright? That is Tagore, the poet's house. So we are talking about a particular house. That is the house of whom? The poet Tagore, Rabindranath Tagore. So what we are saying here is that is Tagore, the poets. See, we have put the apostrophe here. We haven't put Tagore's and then again said poets. No, that is Tagore, the poet's house. Isn't it? This noun poet is describing this noun further, describing and telling that it is the house of Tagore. That is Tagore, the poet's house, isn't it? So here we have put the possessive sign with the latter noun, not the former one. Clear? Now, next case or next condition is number 6. When two nouns are closely connected. When two nouns are closely connected, in this case also, the possessive sign will be put to the latter. The possessive is put to the latter. Here we are saying two different nouns. It may be two different people, two different things, isn't it? Or two different animals, whatever. In the previous case what we had seen, we are talking of two nouns, the first being noun, the second could have been a pronoun also. But in that case we were talking of the same person. Means the second noun is describing the first noun further, and where we put the possessive in that case we put the possessive with the latter. But this case there are two different nouns, but they are associative. Okay, they are like a group, alright, or a couple, whatever, like their names are taken together. So let me give an example. very famous example, say Romeo and, this is an example, Romeo and Juliet's love story, right? So see, these two nouns are associated, isn't it? We always take the name of Romeo and Juliet together, but they are two different nouns. They are not the same people. They are two different people, two different persons, right? But in this case also, when we are mentioning two nouns, they are closely connected, yet they are two different entities, two different persons. In this case also, the possessive sign is put with the latter. Romeo and Juliet's love story. Like you can give another example, Vishal and Shekhar's music, right? Nadim and Shravan's music. So that way, two different entities, but they are closely connected. This is one more condition. And for today, the last one will be number 7. Each of two or more connected nouns implying each of two or more connected nouns implying separate possession. Here we are talking about two different nouns, alright? Each of two or more, they are connected, but they will imply separate possession. We will have two nouns and we will show two possessions, alright? Two possessive case. Each of two or more connected nouns implying separate possession must take the possessive sign. In the previous cases, what we had seen? We had seen the possessive sign was put with the latter noun, the noun which came afterwards in the sentence, isn't it? But in this case, we are talking of two nouns, maybe two or more, and with each noun we will put the possessive case, right? We'll take the possessive sign. Say Tagore's and Wordsworth's novels. See, the example is clear. Here we have put possessive with Tagore also, with Wordsworth also, because they are two different nouns. They do not have any association with each other, isn't it? Tagore and Wordsworth are never a pair. They did not work together. They did not write any book together. Like in the previous one where we had seen Romeo and Juliet's or Vishal and Shekhar's, they were associated with each other, isn't it? Some association was there among them. But in this case, Tagore and Wordsworth, they are two different nouns, two different entities, two different writers, two different poets. So no connection. But when we are writing their names together, we have to put possessive sign with both. Clear? So I hope I am clear with this. If there is any kind of confusion, please comment on the comment section below and let me know. Alright? I hope you have understood all this. I have tried to explain it as simple as I could, and I hope I have done justice to it. Okay? Thank you.